My husband was feeding the baby, and he asked me for a towel to wipe her mouth. And that's when I couldn't talk to him. There's nothing. I was going, and I could not go. We did call the ambulance to Methodist, and Methodist took some brain scans, but they hadn't told me anything. And to me, I was like, well, it's not anything crazy. I woke up the next day and I was feeling okay, but I wasn't feeling well. And a good friend came down after looking at me. She said, I think you should go back to the hospital. Turns out I did have my first stroke, that I'd already had it. So I was there for about a week, and when I went home, I saw Leanne, and then I went upstairs to go to sleep.
When I called her name, are you hungry, Andy, you want something? It was this very daunting look. It was like she couldn't focus on what I was saying. She didn't say anything that was clear, and I knew something was there. So we called 911, and they came and picked her up. And after they did an assessment of her there, and so that was the beginning of that journey of trying to diagnose exactly what transpired, treatment, and rehabilitation. It was really a very challenging time for not only her, but for the family, particularly with a newborn baby. And so we chose the Moody Institute, I think, for Neurosensory Services. It was hard because that meant that she would be leaving Houston and staying in this residential facility approximately 3 months.
My right side didn't work. I was wheelchair bound at that point. Therapist at Moody was telling me about, I'm going to be helping with you and we're going to go about your aphasia. And I was like, oh, okay, aphasia.
Aphasia is the loss of language after a stroke or brain injury. It can affect a person's ability to express themselves, comprehend language, read, or write. And oftentimes a person with aphasia knows what they want to say, but they can't get it out.
I heard of HARC through Stephanie, who is Rehab Without Walls. She was a counselor.
And so finding HARC is really important because we create an environment where they can have friends, find camaraderie, and really see people who are going through the same thing they're going through.
And I went into the door at HARC, and I just felt like...
At HARC, we offer 24 rolling programs that we're always changing and updating to fit the needs of our participants.
Then I also had to see the chat groups, the read it groups. Our favorite group is pen to paper.
When I first met Charlene, I noticed off the bat that she was a brilliant person. She has a PhD, but not only that, is she's just a natural born leader. And so at HARC, we kind of came up with a similar goal of she has good language skills, but let's build confidence and unmask her ability to be that natural born leader that she once was.
I feel growth for everybody. I think that you will be in growth as you all hit your other tasks. And I am seeing in myself another, I will also be growing and hitting other tasks.
So it is very important to have an open conversation with any participant when they start, and really say, hey, I'm going to push you a little bit out of your comfort zone and ask you to do things that maybe you're not comfortable with 100% because you have aphasia. And so we had that conversation day one, and here and there I'll say, okay, Charlene, I want you to try to ask 3 questions in this group, and very subjectively, and she is able to go in a group and ask 3 questions. And over time, she started just doing it herself over and over. And so now when she's in a group, I see her, she's initiating conversation. She's pointing to people and asking them questions. She's become just leading the group, and I don't even know if she knows she's doing it. And she's becoming that leader that we're working towards.
The future of HARC, we know that there are 2.5 million individuals in America living with aphasia. We've got to branch out. We know that. So in the next couple of years, we hope that there is a HARC in every community.
Realizing that she has to achieve those more immediate goals in terms of her physical and verbal skills to get there. And HARC has been very valuable in helping her to do that.
If you need a resource like HARC, we are here for you. We're here to support you, whether it's virtual or in person. We can't wait to hear from you.
I really want to let people know who are in the age demographic that I'm in. I was born in 83. I am like an elder millennial. That this is here. So the people that are having strokes or having an illness that gives them aphasia, that there's a place to go, or there's a place you can find online to go. But you can go somewhere, and you should talk to the people and not be alone.